Hey guys, welcome to the Love of Books, Movies, and Happiness. My name is April. Today's review is another Thanksgiving read. This one, Thanksgiving by Janet Evanovitch. If you are looking for a book that is going to not stress you out, you don't have to spend a lot of thought process on it. You don't have to keep track of any subplots. You're not trying to keep track of characters. We're not, solving puzzles. You just want something, I don't know, mindless, essentially. Something that you can just read and enjoy. It's a straight up comedy, pretty much. They can also help distract you from any stress and help you just kind of take a moment from getting ready for Thanksgiving, from dealing with everything going on, all the demands on your time. Just step aside for a little bit, take some time to just laugh and have a little bit of fun at someone else's expense. This is the book for you. Um, this is an older book. It's not like brand new or anything. I just never read it until now when I was looking for Thanksgiving themed books. So we have Megan Murphy as the main female character of the FMC. And she's a sweet girl. She's impulsive. She's in Colonial Williamsburg as a living museum reenactor. That's where she's currently staying and living. And while she is there, she is also house sitting for someone. Well, she has a run in with a rabbit, a great big, one of those gigantic, floppy eared, long eared rabbits that can be trained to do tricks and stuff. Well, she has a run in with a rabbit that starts to eat her skirt from her costume. And she finds its owner, Patrick. Patrick is a goofball. He's a sweet, um, can't really, I'm gonna say he's a sweet goofball that a lot of people would call clumsy or also would be considered a bit of a nerd. He's also a doctor. Megan and Patrick start kind of seeing each other. This is a very fast-paced story, mind you. They start kind of seeing each other. She ends up. They start talking about the rabbit and stuff. She ends up going over to his place at some point for something. But while she's there, he gets a knock on the door. And he opens the door and lets in one of his clients. Well, it's a fairly young teenager who's just had a baby recently. She's on her own in the area. She walks in and essentially hands him the baby. Tells Patrick that, I trust you to take care of the baby. I have to go do something. And then leaves. And Patrick is understandably surprised, as is Megan, who's like, do you know her? Are you dating? And he's like, no, I'm just her doctor. And he makes a comment about, well, she really is gone. I'm going to have to give the baby up to the authorities because I can't take care of this baby. At which point, Megan, for whatever reason, our dear Megan here decides that she's like, well, she entrusted the baby to you. Who knows if she's going to be back any day or whatever. We can't just abandon the baby to the authorities unless we give her a chance to actually come back. And he's like, well, I'm a doctor. I have to be up early. I can't be taking care of this baby while I'm working. Megan, showing her impulsive side, agrees to help care for the baby. They end up seeing quite a bit of each other because they're taking turns caring for the baby, which is where a lot of the chaos comes into play. Because Megan has not really been around babies a whole bunch. And as anyone who's been around a baby or who has children knows, babies create chaos. Throughout the rest of the story, Thanksgiving comes up because it is getting towards that time of year. It's almost Thanksgiving. And Megan finds out that Patrick's family has decided to invite themselves down to see him. She has this bright idea to help him have an old-fashioned true Thanksgiving where they're going to make everything. Neither one of them knows how to cook. Neither one of them knows what they're doing. So the story is fairly quick-paced in the sense of this all happens within like a few chapters. Like it's bam, bam, bam. Somewhere within the story, there's a marriage proposal. Along with the marriage proposal, an ex shows up. Things get complicated. Then it just kind of ends up coming to a head. It is not a very long book. It is, I'll tell you here. Let's see, about 240 pages. There we go. Let's see, get to the actual 228 pages long. Within 228 pages, two strangers meet, become friends, end up sharing the duties of taking care of someone else's child. Marriage proposal pops up. Things happen. An ex shows up. They have a Thanksgiving dinner. All within 228 pages. Who it gets proposed to, whether or not it's accepted, and what happens with the baby, you would just have to read the story to find out. Overall, I give this book a 4.9 out of 5-star rating. For being as short as it is well written, highly entertaining, extremely enjoyable. Characters are decently developed for the length of the story and what kind of book it is. They are written in a way that makes sense. So they feel like real people. People you question the sanity of, but real people. The setting in there of colonial Williamsburg and the historical living museum actors and that is really well described. It's just a book that you are going to highly enjoy, but does not take a lot of thought. Does not require a whole lot of time investment. I mean, depending on how fast you read, you could have this done in a week. Depending, of course. I know that everyone's different on the speed of how they read. For me, this was on a day off with no chores or anything to do. This was pretty much done in a day. Yeah, it went past midnight, so I guess a day and a half. You know. But for those that have families or things to do and they don't have a lot of free time, it could take 1 to 2 weeks depending. But the nice thing about this too is even if you have to stop at any point and put it down and go do stuff, it's not that hard to get back into. Sorry, I just realized what angle you asked. My apologies. So, it is definitely worth adding this to your Christmas reading or your Thanksgiving reading list. Even if you don't read any other Thanksgiving themed book, this would be an excellent one to do. Because you will be laughing throughout 90% of this book. It's just awesome. Alright, guys. This is the last Thanksgiving book video I will be doing. My next videos will be more focused on my Christmas books. I just wanted to make sure Thanksgiving had a couple books in there that are focused on Thanksgiving, because that's just, I don't know. I just feel like every year it's just this is the one holiday that everyone just kind of barely blinks at. So, I hope you enjoyed these 2 books that I did. Check out my other one, The City Baker's Guide to Country Living, for my other Thanksgiving book review. And keep an eye out for my next review starting on my Christmas holiday books that I like to read, as well as I will most likely be doing another movie video on Christmas movies, because there's a lot of Christmas movies out there that we enjoy. Oh, and support your local libraries. I went to my local library's Friends of the Bookstore mini bookstore place and ended up with this great t-shirt. Their bookstore is called The Book End, so it's just the book end with a picture of books on it. I actually added 2 great books to my growing bookshelf in my room. So just support your local libraries, whether it's getting a library card or it's shopping at the used bookshops within the libraries, or their sales when they have them. You find a lot of great books for reasonable prices, and it helps a lot. Libraries do so much for people. Till next time, guys. Keep reading, and happy Thanksgiving.